Hello, Taurus. How are you, my friends, my bull gang? I hope you're well. Just thought I would drop in here so I can drop some energy for you, my friends. I hope you're doing well this week. Taurus, I come by here and do some readings for you, some bonus readings, just to say thank you because you eat up my readings quicker than I can put them out there. So here I am with a bonus read. Now, for those of you who've never been here before, if you are a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter, if you are brand new and you've never been here before, when I do the bonus reads, I only read for the present or the future energy. This is not to be expected for it to happen around the corner. It's not going to resonate for everyone. It still is a general reading. So I am going to read in this deck. And I'm not going to use any other cards. We're just going to use the tarot, find out what's coming up for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you are brand new and you are here, I hope that you are going to join this tribe. It is rather large here, so thank you if that's what you're going to do. There is a subscription button in the bottom right-hand corner. And those of you who are my ride or dies, you know how much I love you. Thank you so much for all the ways you've been loyal to this Ten of Cups tarot. I appreciate you. All right. Things are flipping about. Let's get the cards on the table here. Tell me about Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. All right, Taurus. We've got the Ten of Cups. We've got the Two of Swords. Feels like something here might be blocking your happiness. Got the Five of Wands. Feels like what might be blocking your happiness here, Taurus, is you feel like there's a lot of competition going on. You feel like there's a lot of people who are striving or thriving for the same thing or trying to get the same thing that you want. I'm going to say the Ten of Cups is the Ten of Cups. There's cups for everybody. It feels like there is something that you'll have to do in order to be able to get the Ten of Cups. And I think that what you'll have to do is believe in yourself. I feel like you will have to decide to take on the competition, possibly, but the Five of Wands is also about holding back, right? It's about indecision. And I feel like the blindfold is on here because you're not sure whether this is worth putting in all of the arguments and fights or the battling other people for it. You're not really sure if that's what you want to do. It almost feels like you are trying to find the path that is going to be yours. But look, if you're going to see it, you've got to take off the blindfold. It feels like somebody here is scared of the happiness. Like, I know that sounds counterintuitive, but if you're a person who hasn't had a whole lot of happiness in your life, you're kind of giving the Ten of Cups the side eye, right? We've got the World card. We've got the Moon card. And we've got the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Taurus, it does feel like here that I'm going to say that the World card is telling me that there is the reason that you have the blindfold on, that you haven't made the decision, that you do feel stuck. It's because you're going to have to make a major change in your life. You're going to have to make a major shift. And at this point in your life, Taurus, I don't think that you can see the path ahead. I feel like the moon energy tells me that things are not as they seem. So I want to say that the reason that you're not looking at the Ten of Cups right now is because you know you're going to have to make a major change. You're going to have to release something, close a door, make a major change in order to be able to get this Ten of Cups. And I don't think that you've decided it's worth it yet. It feels like with the moon energy here that there is still something that you have to release. I think what you have to release is the fear of competition or the fear of holding back. It feels like you're holding yourself back. I feel like somebody here is not listening to their intuition is what it feels like with the Queen of Cups being in the reverse. For me, when the Queen of Cups is in the reverse, she is depleted of her energy. It feels like you're not listening to your intuitive energy, that you are not listening to the intuition. We've got Cancer and Pisces here. This is Cancer energy, but of course we're in a general reading, so it also is Scorpio and Pisces. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo energy here as well. It does feel like you're tired of fighting for things, is what it feels like. I'm tired of it, Elsie. I'm tired of being in this energy of competition. I'm tired of fighting for every damn thing that I want. I'm going to say that if you would just listen to the intuitive energy, that it's less of a fight. It's like the Five of Wands to me is going against the grain. And I feel like what you don't want to do is you're tired of that. And so you're like, do I really want to put that kind of energy in? It feels like what you don't see is that if you decide to put the energy in and make the decision and remove the blindfold and walk through the darkness by yourself, the 10 of Cups is there. You just can't see it right now because your eyes are covered. Because it's going to take some sort of major shift or an ending or something that you're going to have to do that you're going to have to leave behind. And I feel like you're at this point in your life right now, Taurus, where you're not really sure if you want to do that or not. Yeah, it's going to take some courage here. We do have the Strength card. So you're holding back. You know what you want, but you are holding back because you feel like, I feel like you are not being led by your intuition at this time. And it feels like you're feeling very deeply stuck, I want to say. You're very, very stuck. The Two of Swords being the energy of being stuck, right? It feels like stuck in the mind. It's like having to make a decision, but you're not making it because you really can't see, because the moon energy is here, you really can't see what the outcome is going to be. I feel like you're holding yourself back from making some sort of a major shift in your life. We've got the Three of Wands. It's like you're waiting for something to happen so you don't have to initiate the change. You're like, well, if something happens and I'm going to have to deal with it, I'll have to pull off the blindfold and I'm going to have to deal with it. I'll have to make a decision at that point. But it feels like you're avoiding making the decision. I want to say that eventually you're going to have to make the decision. We do have the Three of Wands here, right? And I feel like you're waiting by the water's edge with your toes off the edge. And you're like, well, there's no waves. There's nothing I can do. There's no waves. I can't get on my board. Like, there's no point in me going out there if there's no waves. But I feel like there is this third wand here that's burning down. And when the third wand is gone, then there's only two. You have to pick up path here. You're going to have to prepare to make a decision. I feel like you've been waiting for someone else to make a decision about something here. So you don't have to be the bad guy, or you don't have to close the door, or you don't have to be the one who makes the shift. You've been holding back from doing that, but trying to find the courage because you know that closing the door is going to make you very happy. I think you have a feeling because the moon is here, but I don't think you can see it at this point. And you're very pentacle-like. You're very 3D-like. I got to have the proof. I got to go over the details. I want to see it in front of me. I want to see what my reward is going to be should I decide to close the door, cut people out, whatever the world card is for you. It could be the end of the year. Maybe you're just not wanting to look at what's going to have to shift at the end of the year. There is going to be a big shift, by the way, because there is a new moon coming up on the 30th. There's going to be a major shift at the end of the year for all of us. So we do have the Knight of Swords here. You know that you are going to have to take action, but in taking action here, I feel like you are going to be hurting someone, breaking someone's heart, causing disappointment. It feels like the Knight of Swords tells me that you've got to be honest with somebody. You've got to say it. You got to do it. You got to run at it. But I feel like you're holding back because I feel like you don't want to hurt somebody. Your intuition, I feel like you're feeling depleted at this time. Emotionally depleted. I just don't have the energy, Elsie. That's what it feels like here. Look, the Tower's not waiting for you, though. That's the thing. I feel like you've been sitting in this Queen of Wands energy, Queen of Wands in the reverse. I feel like that the intuition is there, but you're not listening to it. And I feel like the Tower is, look, it's time to move. You've got to go. Even if you're not willing, look, when the Tower shows up, it's a bit of a shit show. It's the things you've put on the back burner, and the Tower shows up as mercy. Because if you're on a wrong path, then the Tower shows up as a destruction, right? It's renovations. It's renovating your life, right? It's renovating everything. And I feel like you're going to have to be the one who stands up and says something. Look, Gemini is the person who is just going to say it as it is. Whether you like it or not, Gemini is just going to say it. And I feel like Scorpio is there to back it up. It's like, yeah, the Scorpio energy is like, well, I'm not saying sorry for the things that I've got to do. I feel like the universe is showing up and saying, look, you've got to get into this place where you are listening to your intuitive energy, because you've got to make some sort of a change here that is going to move you forward. And the universe, what's their job? Is to look at your game plan and keep you on path, keep you on the right path. So when the Tower shows up, it's the destruction of the old. the old way of thinking, not listening to your intuition, feeling like there's competition or arguing or fighting or whatever the Five of Wands is, it feels like the Tower shows up to say, we can't do this anymore. It's time for change. And if I got to change it for you to get you on the right path, then I will. We do have the Justice card here. We have the King of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So there is something here that you've got to say, but I feel like you've got to say it face to face with somebody here. I feel like you've been passive. You don't want to take action. You're not motivated to do it. And we all know that you have to be motivated, right? If you're a Taurus, you know what I'm talking about, or if you have Taurus energy. We do have Libra here. And so I feel like this door that you're closing here, whether this is the end of the year or maybe you're closing a door with somebody or a job, maybe you're leaving a job, maybe you have decided you're going to leave an organization or a family or a group of people, whatever the world card is for you, it could be the end of the year. It feels like when you do close that, what you don't realize because the moon is here is that you're going to get a whole bunch of balance. This is a karmic payout. These are things that are coming into balance for you. You're going to get some sort of a karmic payout that's going to bring everything together. It's like an integration of everything that you've been enduring here. But the universe isn't going to force you to close the door. The universe is going to force you to change, to shift your thoughts, to shift your mind, to shift the way you're looking at the situation. But the universe is forcing change for you because it is time to close this door. So this could end up being a whole other shit show if you decide not to make the decision that you're supposed to be making at this time. And I feel like you already know what I'm talking about, honestly. I feel like you know you have to make a decision to do something, cut someone out, leave something behind, close a door someplace that people keep getting through, a person might keep getting through. Tell me more. We've got the Page of Swords. This is a lesson you have to learn. And so sometimes in the comments, right, I'll see somebody say, well, it doesn't resonate for me again, Elsie. And it might be because you're ignoring a lesson that you have to learn in order to shift yourself into the future. There is a door that needs to be closed here. And whether it's a cycle that needs to be closed or a chapter of your life that needs to be closed, somebody here needs to learn a lesson. And if you can't learn the lesson about this King of Wands in the reverse, about not being motivated, I don't want to do it, kind of lazy. It's like somebody here is dragging their feet because they know if they make the decision that it's going to cause a tower. And it feels like with this Page of Pentacles here is what the universe is trying to bring you to is this place of stability where something new is going to happen. This Page of Pentacles here is like, it's news. It's moving. It's something that is already growing in the background that you don't see. And I feel like it might be growing on the other side of the tower, and that's why you can't see it. And the reason that the universe doesn't show you it before the tower falls is because the universe wants to gain trust with you, wants you to trust, right? So we do have the Knight of Wands here. Things are going to move forward whether you want them to or not, because the Knight of Wands would have it that way. And we do have the Two of Wands. So look, you can make the decision if you want to. You can make the decision to have the victory and move forward, but the King of Wands is in the reverse. It tells me that you're not really willing to do that right now. The blindfold is on. I can't make the decision. I'm waiting for someone else to say something or do something that's going to cause a tower. So regardless of whether you make the decision or you wait for the universe to throw the tower, I feel like there is a decision. Something is changing here, and it's not going to be the same as it ever was. It's a total renovation. It's a total pulling down of who you thought you were, the job you thought you wanted, the people that you thought you wanted around you. This is a major change that's going on here, Taurus. Tell me about the Tower. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the Two of Pentacles. And we've got the King of Pentacles. I feel like you are going to be making some sort of really big decision. The universe is trying to admonish you to make a decision. I feel like there is a new path that's about to open up here, something that you're going to be very happy with. For some of you, the Ace of Cups is a brand new love, a brand new relationship. But look, the brand new love could be a new job. It could be a new way of thinking. But it feels like the Two of Pentacles is telling me that it comes at a place, the Tower is going to show up in a time of your life that is really, really busy. And that maybe you're just barely making ends meet at this time. I feel like the Tower is here for growth because we do have 2 Pentacles and 1 is 3. And the 3 Pentacles is about growing something or building a foundation with a community or a group of people, or maybe it's a new job. Take it as it resonates for you. But it feels like it will give you stability because 2, 3, 4, we have 4 Pentacles here. It is gonna bring you stability. Now, you can make this decision. The Tower will fall. You will cause the shift, or the universe will cause the shift. It's still going to work out the same way. It's going to put you on a new path, whether this is a path of love, something that you're really going to love, or something that is finally going to open your heart space and make you feel vulnerable. Take it as it resonates. But Taurus, the King of Pentacles is your energy. It's going to put you in a position that is very stable, very grounded. I feel like you're going to learn a lesson. It feels like the 3 Pentacles tells me that the stability that you get is going to grow you into the King of Pentacles. This could be money. This could be energy. This could be friendships. This could be love. Take it as it resonates for you. Tell me more about the Tower. There it is. Like, you can't avoid it, right? You can't avoid the Major Arcana's friend. When the Major Arcana show up, it's your gameplay. You wrote the book, you wrote the gameplay, and the universe's job is to keep you on path. And so there's no way you can avoid this. It's like the Death card is here. Everything that you thought that your life was, or who you were, or the people you were with, or this chapter that you were in is coming to an end, whether you initiate it or not. It's coming to an end here. The Death card and with the Rebirth is telling me that it is something that is brand new. It's transformation time, and it's time to renovate your life. We've got the Hanged Man energy. And we have the 3 of Swords. It's going to give you a different perspective on some sort of a heartbreaking situation. The reason I think you're stuck in the 2 of Swords is because you don't want to break anybody's heart. 2 and 1 is 3, right? We called it out here. It shows up here telling us that we're on the right path. So it feels like here there is a decision that you didn't want to make about throwing yourself into the competition. You're holding yourself back because you don't want to make a decision that is going to cause a Tower for other people around you. Why? Because you've got to close the door here. There is a major shift that's coming on. The end of a chapter is about to show up here, and there is a decision that needs to be made because there is a lesson that needs to be learned here. It's usually the only reason that the student shows up, right? You've got to learn something from the situation. So whether you make the decision or whether the universe does, it's going down, my friend. And the thing is that this Tower showing up with the Death card, this is a major awakening or a major realization, and it is going to give you a different perspective. There's a perspective here that you're not seeing because you've got the blindfold on, that if you broke somebody's heart, or that whatever decision you might make might break somebody's heart, I feel like this Tower and the Death card give you a different perspective on that. That, you know, it's time for me to be happy. It's time for me to initiate the Ace of Cups. It feels like 3 and 3 is 6. You're moving on here. It's like getting out of this cluttered mind energy. It's giving you clarity. It's time for you to make decisions that are best for you. You're going to deal with this in a head over heart situation. And Taurus, it's not hard for you to do that because you are very practical with your energy and your mind. But I feel like with this King of Swords energy, that it's time for you to look at everything, be honest with yourself, honest with others, be very factual, transparent, and do something that is going to push you forward, and other people are not going to be happy with it. Look, I feel like the King and the Queen of Swords being here, there's a release here. Somebody here might be releasing a relationship. Somebody here might be releasing somebody who they've been at odds with, possibly. These 2 people are soulmate energies. They do mirror each other, but it feels like there's a release or an ending here. And so I feel like there is some sort of an ending that you've been avoiding, possibly with a soulmate. Look, this person could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, right? It could be, it doesn't have to be. They could be acting in that energy because it's time for us to be really honest with each other about what the situation is here. But regardless of what goes on within this conversation, the end is coming. You can't stop it because the death is here. And it's just going to be a whole big shit show. If you don't recognize it, if you don't make the change, if you don't make the cut, those are both holding swords, right? I feel like it's going to be even more heartbreaking if you force the universe to make the change. All right. I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you, Taurus, for being here watching. I do appreciate you so much. I'm going to go for now, and love you guys. I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you. Bye.